a lot of women weren't taught how to keep up or keep a man in general, especially learning recently how women just are gonna purposely try to take your man anyway. So you gotta keep yourself up and to make sure you're the same as when he first fell in love with you, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was also gonna say, like, there's a whole trend on TikTok of like when you first get with your man versus like months later or
I've
a
seen
year
that.
later.
And they're like out of shape and shit.
Yes, and then they get out of shape. They're wearing the teeth. Like she's like, I don't have to be cute anymore. Like when you pass the get cute stage, now it's the comfortable stage, and they like literally only wear bonnets and big t-shirts and don't get cute anymore. Like that's
real.
It shouldn't be
That's
like
real.
once you get comfortable, you stop getting cute. It's like once you have him, you should continue to get cute and sometimes like put more effort so that you can, keep that up.
Then they wonder why.
Yeah, but imagine men start trends or doing TikToks. So women are doing TikToks of how in the beginning before they got married they're being cute for their man, dressing nice, they're not gaining weight, and then after they're married they're just wearing big shirts, gaining weight. But now imagine the reverse, right? Men start making TikToks before marriage, they're paying for dates, taking women out on dates, paying the bills, but after the marriage they don't take women out on dates. They stop paying the bills. Imagine what kind of trend and the havoc that would cause, So the double standards are crazy, but the fact that this is even a trend is concerning. And then if the same guy cheats, and then they will blame the man, because relationships take work, marriage takes work. That's what I believe, and it starts from the relationship side. Like everything you did to get the person should always continue. At least if you don't add on to it, at least maintain. The same goes to a man. If you're taking the woman out, you're dressing well, you're going to the gym, you're paying the bills, you have to keep that up, and it has to go both ways.
Motherfuckers leave and cheat. Like shit, you just gonna come over here and turn into a ham sandwich?
Nah. My thing is like you gotta. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta lead on all fronts. Sometimes you just gotta say, "Babe, I like when you wear your hair like that." Every time I see you, I want you to wear your hair like that.
But do you want to?
I've done it.
Do you want? I mean, no.
I get it. So I get it. Sometimes you don't want to have to do that, but living in this world, and if we gonna come to the realization that a lot of these women didn't have a father, then sometimes if you really like a woman, then yeah, you gonna have to. You're gonna have to
tell how you feel. Tell how you feel.
I got you. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah, I agree. I think if your woman is not going to the gym, you may have to encourage her, hey babe, let's go to the gym, let's work out. If she's looking good the way you want her to look and she dresses up that way, you have to tell her she looks good. That way she knows. The same thing happens if a man is dressed well, nice haircut, beard shaved and everything. The woman has to compliment the man. That way it's a reminder. It's like a positive reinforcement. Hey, listen, I like when you look good for me. But what happens in relationships is people just get comfortable and they stop doing the things they used to do before even they got the person. And ultimately that relationship is going to end. But I think he also said something very, very important, that we are not taught by our parents or even grandparents the effort it takes to keep a relationship years and years on. It takes work from both parties to keep the relationship. That means looking good for your partner. That means putting effort in terms of complimenting them, putting effort in terms of you guys hanging out, doing date nights, putting effort in terms of reminding each other, hey, I like when you look this good, let's go to the gym. It takes work. Most people don't want to do the work, and I am guilty of that as well.
I don't know, man.
What's up,
You've been married for a long time, man.
Yeah, and I still get more respect from a lot of y'all girls than y'all do.
I'm single, man. Don't say y'all. I don't generalize it.
I'm not talking about y'all on the panel. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
I don't get how women just argue with their man so much. I see all the
They
time.
don't respect them.
And I don't know. Me and my fiance I can't tell you an argument we've had. So I don't know. And all the time, people like it. They both, the guys starting to like to fight too. Well, with the women, it's just
some of these chicks think that's a badge of honor to be able to sit there and argue with a motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? Like, and I
listen, y'all don't see my
arguing back.
Before they even go on, it's true. So, some women think if she's arguing with you and decide to walk away, you don't even love her because you don't want to be in the toxicity. So if she starts arguing with you and you just walk away, or you don't say nothing back, she claims you're not even listening to her or you don't love her because you're not arguing with her. Like, it's toxic. Like, some people are really invested in the toxicity and they just want to be in the arguments and, constant conflict. To them, that's what, they think that's what love is, man. I don't want, most men don't want to deal with that. We just want our peace.
I don't see my chick getting out of order.
That's crazy.
Because remember, being married for a long time is supposed to be an environment where people feel super comfortable, right? And I've seen people that's been married for a long time and they argue or they say some of the wildest shit or they just get super, all of that shit. Like, as my chick age, she gets more submissive. You don't hear her talking back or arguing or doing none of that shit. Like, I don't have the same problems that y'all have. So, I can't relate. I can't relate to how it is that y'all are able to move and y'all able to deal with these unruly, belligerent kids inside of y'all household. It's disrespectful. That's weird to me.
It's a reflection of leadership.
You think so?
No, you can't blame the
guy. Hold on. Let it talk.
I'm not saying it's solely on him, but just in the same way you are to guide your children in the way that they should go, you should be, as the man, I believe, guiding your wife, your woman, or whatever in the way that she should go. Now, there's going to be some women that's just not going to work with, and maybe that's not who you should be with. But for the most part, I think you should be able to step up and lead her. And if she's not the kind of woman who's going to submit and allow you to lead, and that's what you want, then that's not where you need to be.
That's good.
I was just going to say that. So do you think like the best leadership decision for a bad applicant is to not choose them to begin with? Meaning Absolutely. A lot more women should just be single. Yeah, because a lot of solid leaders just are not choosing you. It's a bad decision. I said no. Just go from there. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I understand that part.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead, beautiful.
I was going to ask Kimberly, so would you recommend a man to get with a woman that's already presenting herself with these things, or a woman that he has to ask for or to teach to do these things?
That depends on where he is in life. I mean, if you feel like being a teacher, go for it. But not everybody's majoring in education and feels like dealing with that. And so if that's not where you are, then don't sign up for that. But don't sign up for it and then be mad because that's where you are.
Now, do you think that...
Okay, I see what she's saying. She's saying that part of the reason why women don't submit is because men are not leaders. I kind of agree, but at the same time, there are men who are leaders but have women who don't want to submit or who don't want to follow their lead. But at the same time, she did say, in that case, do not choose those women and then complain later. So I do agree. But at the same time, I don't think any man, just like a woman should not have to tell a man to provide and protect for his family, a man shouldn't have to tell his woman to submit. That's what I believe. Both parties should know their roles in a relationship or in a family dynamic, and that comes from communication. So I think I do agree from the start. Both of you should figure out, is this the kind of man I want to submit to? And the man should be, is this the kind of woman who will follow my leadership? Both people should find out in the beginning rather than years later breaking up the family, talking about she doesn't submit, and then also the woman is talking about you're not a good leader. So you should figure out those issues from the beginning.
Oh, go ahead.
I like what you said, that men should just step up and be the leader. You're the leader, then do it. Now, as a woman, I don't know how old you are, but can you say that most black women know how to be followers? Or I would say just most women. We say black women. So you're saying no, most women don't know how to be followers?
No.
So it doesn't matter how good of a leader that man may be if most women aren't taught or don't know how to be followers. So we need more women like you or whoever that knows how to be a follower to a good leader to let these women know that, hey, you should be a follower. There's nothing wrong with being a follower to a good man.
But that can't work because other women don't listen to other women. You know what I mean? Because they're like, don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. But at the same time, if the dad or the mom or they come from a family structure dynamic where they are not taught the roles of each person in a relationship or in a marriage, it's never going to work. I don't care how of a good leader you are as a man. If you choose a woman who hasn't taught how to follow a man's lead, it's never going to work. And the opposite is true for the woman. If you're looking for a provider, for a leader in a man, and the man you are attracted to, physically attracted to, was never taught to do those things, to be a leader by his dad, it's never going to work. So that's why some women try to change the man. I want him to change. Oh, I'm going to, women, sometimes you also have to be very logical with the way you choose your man. Sure, he's physically attractive to you, but does he have the qualities in a husband that you're looking for? And the opposite is true for the man. So it's true. Some people, if they're not taught, they're never going to submit and they're never going to be good leaders.
No, once she ages out, she is who she is, bro.
Yeah.
Facts. Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Of course. That's why I said teach the young woman though. They need to teach the young woman this.
They don't
not
listen.
The old woman.
Them. The women that don't know how to do this, or
the aged out broad,
like
it's over with. It's a wrap.
No, I'm saying just put the message out there in general, because the thing is, the message is put out there, but it's on a small frame. You understand what I'm saying? I think more women need to push that message.
I don't think
more women just need to push that message.
It's over, bro.
Yeah, but the women who try to put that message are called pick-me's. Anytime a woman tells other women to submit to a man, they're called pick-me's. So it's never gonna work.
Bro.
Like the women are looking at submission as follow this man wherever he goes, where I look at submission like, okay, I look at it as the actual word. It's the submission. Okay, this man comes up with a mission. I come in with the submissions. How are we going to accomplish this main mission, right? Mm-hmm. But that's not how it's being presented. These men are stepping up like, oh, you need to submit to me. Basically, do what I said do, instead of like the way that I'm looking at it.
And they ain't qualified. And they ain't qualified motherfuckers that you need to be fucking with.
Yeah.
But that don't make sense. Oh, no.
It depends, because that's what submission is. Submission.
No, that doesn't make sense, because so he unqualified, but you chose to get with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have it both ways. Either he was unqualified, so you never should have got with him in the first place, or he was qualified, and that's why you decided to pick him. Like, which one is it? Either he unqualified or he qualified. And why you with him if he was unqualified?
Right.
Because people make mistakes.
Right?
No.
Yeah, but how many mistakes are you gonna make until you learn? Especially if you're gonna be in long-term relationships for a couple of years, 1 or 2 should be enough. Especially if you're younger, 1 or 2 should be enough to be like, okay, this is what I want in a partner. But again, you know what? Let me just be honest. We were never taught these relationships and marriage. They're all a skill, and with any skill, it takes time to learn and to develop, to try and fail and try. The only issue is when it comes to relationships, you may never get chances over and over again. They're not like a job that you can always find a job. You know what I mean? Because if most people are not taught how to be in relationships, chances are you're going to run into people. Chances are if you do the work on yourself, you're going to run into most people who haven't done the work on themselves to learn the relationship skills. But those are my thoughts, guys. What do you guys think? Link down below to Anton Daniel's full channel. If you also want to check out this video, I'll link it down below. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below. Peace.